Does this viral plant hack really save time? A lot of houseplant enthusiasts seem to think so. So let's take a look at what all the fuss is about. Oh, the garden center, so full of possibilities. Do we need more plants? No. Will we buy more plants? You bet your asters. But picking out a selection of potted companions is only half the battle. And one TikTok hack sheds some light on an easier way to do the next step, repotting. When you purchase a new plant, it should look lush and full in its original nursery pot. But it's probably going to be root-bound, which is a sign that your new greenery needs a slightly larger container. To select the right size, look for an option only about 2 inches larger than the plant's current pot. So if your plant comes from the nursery in a 4-inch pot, pot it up into a 6-inch container. It's better to repot more frequently than buy a planter that's way too big, because potting in an oversized container is more likely to lead to overwatering and root rot. As the TikTok post shows, this step couldn't be easier. First, take the plant out of its original container. Keep the old pot nearby though. Then put a little potting soil in the bottom of the new container. Now, instead of filling the container to the top and pushing aside some of that soil with your hand, put the original container in the center of the new pot before filling with potting soil. That way, you get a perfectly centered, perfectly sized hole to accommodate the plant. Pull out the pot, press in the plant, and voila, you're done. Once you've used this simple time saver, don't forget the next vital step, watering the plant. Potting soil should be stored in dry conditions to avoid mold and other fungal and bacteria growth. But once you place it in a planter, the whole thing needs a thorough watering. One way to do this is to put your planter in the sink or tub and water it until the excess runs out of the drainage holes. Another way is to set your planter in a large water bowl and let it soak moisture from the roots to the top. With this process, you know your planter is sufficiently watered when the top of the soil is moist.
And that's one way to water a houseplant.
Give your new plant a week or so to recover from the stress of transplanting, then treat it to a dose of liquid fertilizer. This will not only help it continue to recover from stress, but it will encourage new root and top growth. After that, continue fertilizing throughout the season according to the package instructions to keep your plant healthy and happy. Then you can start this process all over again when your plant requires a larger planter. As if it's not enough that this viral TikTok hack can help you repot one plant, you can level it up by using the same process for a potting arrangement. Prepare a large planter with your favorite soil mix, leaving about 8 inches at the top for your greenery. Now, leaving the plants in their original pots, choose your layout. Select plants in various sizes, colors, and growth habits for optimal visual interest. For the center of your planter, look for a tall, slender option like ornamental grass or a mandevilla on a miniature trellis. This will add height and texture to the arrangement. Next, select a mid-size upright blooming plant like daisies or impatiens. Finally, purchase a trailing variety to spill over the side, adding more complexity to the arrangement. Ornamental sweet potatoes are a beautiful and popular option for this kind of planting. By leaving them in their pots at first, you can play around with the arrangement all you want. You may even change your mind about including a certain plant once you see how it looks next to the others.
Everyone, say goodbye to your friend.
Whatever you choose, look for species that have similar light and water requirements, since they'll all be growing in the same pot together. When you are ready to put everything together, take all the plants out of their nursery pots and put them where you decide they would look best. Finally, fill the planter with soil, gently pressing the soil around the roots. See? It's easier than you'd think to get high-quality results with hardly any effort.